Just look at this thing of beauty. It's me, the action figure freak again, and this is my very first Mafex action figure. I thought, why not buying a Spider-Man? It's the most classic Spider-Man you can get. And I really wanted one for a while. Just got the Ben Reilly one, which is good in the articulation, not with the accessories, and sometimes it moves like shit because it's Hasbro's joints sometimes. But yeah, now I got this, and I've never spent so much money on one figure, so let's just dive into this. Just took this out of the box, and I gotta say, I love this. I will fuck with that. Okay, let's chill out on that point, but that's my first Mafex figure, and I gotta say I'm really in love. I mean, I've never wasted a shitload of money like this for a figure. I mean, kinda. Before I even opened this, I've ordered 2 more and planning on the 3rd. Because I just heard that they are that good, but I didn't believe it. So yeah, first up we got here some kind of 3-layer system on that box here. First up we got those accessories on the back, which are with another coat on the top, which you can unfold like this, so nothing drops out. Let's put this in the background here. We got a beautiful, nice looking box. We got here the accessories for the figure itself, like the hands and the face. And we got a figure stand on the back here that I'm going to remove in a second. And even a letter, which I don't know what's inside of the letter, so let's see. First, let's talk about the figure itself before I talk too much shit. First up, the articulation on the head. Let's pop it off. Whoops, okay, that was way easier than on Marvel Legends. Let's pop this off because we got a second one. There is a little B2 in there. And we got the angry face. Let's remove it from the box. Oh, come on. That one here, which has a B1 in there. Let's pop it on. Oh, I don't want to break it, so pulling them in is a little bit tougher. Oh god. So yeah, there we got the angry Spider-Man face. And as you can see, he has full rotation on the top of the head. It's really smooth to move. And then we got a working neck joint. I've seen that neck joint here on a lot of figures, and it never worked. It never worked as it was intended or as it should. So that is really awesome because it moves like butter, but it can stand still without being too loose or anything. So that's really awesome. Then we continue with butterfly joints. At first I thought at least these are butterfly joints and thought, hey, you can't really do much with these. Did I pay so much more than for a regular Spider-Man figure of Legends? No, no I didn't. As you can see, it's going almost diagonal, and it's fully molded in here with that Spider-Man costume. So that's something I really love. Can do so much poses, something like this. If he's trying to hug someone, that you couldn't even think about doing this with a Marvel Legends. So that's something I really love about this figure. Then we got ball joints, but also with that here. Let me show you that with a knife, okay? We got one stripe here, which would be done for Legends, but then we get a second one from the other side going into here, and that's on every joint. So we got down here on the ball joints, when we move down. We got here double jointed elbows, pinless elbows, and the thing is, as you can see, first up we get those parts inside. So if he stretches the elbow, we don't see a lot of joints because the elbow is going inside of the figure. Do you see that? I love it. And even the joint inside is painted. Not as perfect, but it's painted. What the fuck? It's double painted. So that's awesome. And also here on the inside, let me go a little further with the cam. You see the upper stripe and you see those two that are going into the arms. What the hell? That's a lot of awesome shit in one figure. For the hand articulation, there's not too much you can do more than on the most regular figures, but we got that Anime Heroes and DC Multiverse joints here, so where you can say which angle it should be, vertical or horizontal. The only difference to McFarlane's DC line or the Bandai Anime Heroes, when you turn the hands around, you can see that little gap in the hand. It's not changing its direction just because I'm moving the fist. So I can say, okay, vertical joint, like this. And then I say, okay, I just want a horizontal joint. Oh, come on. Just flipped off. But that's really good. It never worked that good on any figure. They actually did the same on the feet, which is also a really good detail. I love it. But let's move down step by step. We're coming here to his upper body. Let's do the Spider-Man 3 dance here. Oh yeah. As you can see, we got a ball joint over here for the upper body. And that's also something I've realized just on the pictures. It's really smart. Do you see how that line is going up here? That's too good, because if you turn him to the side, he actually can do it. It's not overlapping or anything. I mean, here it's getting, I don't know if you can hear this. I mean, yeah, it's getting a little twisty here, but it's nothing that wouldn't work. Like on the Marvel Legends Hulk from the 40 years anniversary or what it was, which just heard it, you can't move the upper body, even that they included the joint. Same thing goes here. Yeah, it's getting a little tough on the sides here, but it's not much more than you need. So if we perform a normal punch or elbow, you see, that's everything that's needed. So normal punch or uppercut, punch down. So it mostly just moves the way it's intended, it's possible, and it's good like it is. So I love that. Next up, we get on the legs. First up, I for a long time didn't realize that this is an articulation point, but there we get a joint that moves the whole leg a little bit up and a little bit down. Why is that good? For poses like this. Normally, he would get stuck on there. Let's put the leg a little bit down, and he can stretch all the way up here. That's really important for figures like Spider-Man that should be flexible and doing jumping shit and stuff, you know. Other thing about this is, if you pull the leg down, you can, not really okay, I thought. You could turn the whole leg around like on Legends, but it's just the way that a normal human being could possibly move his leg. More like this or that is for the most people not possible, so that's also more of a realistic fact. Then we got pinless double jointed knees. They are a little bit harder, but I would say that's a really good point, because that's the first point most figures get loose, and if a figure is loose on the hands, you know that it will drop down, and not on an over $100 figure. I mean, I paid 110 euros for it. I've seen prices of Mafex figures about $150, so that's insane. But you get stuff for it, which is good. Here down on the shin there is no swivels. Here we get, as I said, the same articulation again. We also get here those toe joints, which I also love. But let's get into the oh, come on, what the fuck am I talking about? Into the accessories, and we get really a shitload of accessories. Starting off with the one that are falling down and I can't get back inside. First up, we get another lovely detail about those figures here. All those hands are with those clear plastic sticks, okay? Why is that lovely? As you can see, if your hand's getting loose or lost, you will lose both. You can see this as a pro or a contra if you want, but I think that's really good, because I see myself a lot of times looking at stop motion stuff when I search for hands, for the right hands, and the second one is hard to find. That's awesome. That's really good to find them. First up, we get gimmick hands. So we got his Spidey climbing hands, I would call them. I don't know. Let's just say it like that. I'm talking a little stupid today. But as you can see, those hands, but they got magnets inside. So I just only have this thing here. But as you can see, oh, come on. How can you see it the best possible way? Yeah, let's do it on a really smart test. Let's see if he can hang on only those. Let's pull it like that. And, come on. Oh, he's really... okay. If I do it gentle enough, I think, and if I pose the hands in the right direction, he can actually hang on there. As I said, should do it gently enough. Come on. Something like this. Yes, he's hanging. Wait, there's more. The same thing goes for his feet. I couldn't believe my eyes when I've seen this, but actually double magnet feet that are interchangeable, which is awesome, because at first point, I gotta say, I will use those secondary feet a lot of times, because they just add a little bit weight to the feet of that figure. Not much, but at least a little bit. So let's attach these and see if he can hang on them. Okay, let's stretch him out all the way. And let's make them to one lineup. Let's see. Yes, he's fully hanging on there. That's good. That's really good. Really still don't get it. We got 6 pair of hands. 6 pairs. So, I mean, 12 hands for the one Spider-Man figure. So let's see. We got some open hands. We got some swinging hands that are important for those net pieces. Let's try a few of those. I'm gonna do it a little bit quicker, I think, because the video is going way too long at that point. First up, opened hands without magnets. The relaxed opened hands. Here I got for one hand, for each hand, one of the swinging hands. We get that metalhead hand, you know what I mean. And we got one for swinging, where you can stick through that little hole, one of his nets. So let's check out those accessories too. And let me start off with that. I was hoping that it is like metal wire, but I'm pretty sure it's not, and I don't want to break it. But the thing is, I'm holding it here on the end. As you can see, it's relatively stable, can almost hold, so that's a really good thing. Let's pull it into his hand and get him into something like a pose. Nothing too special, something like this, yeah. And I mean, if you just would put this in the right position or into a swinging position, that's absolutely fine. That's perfect. That's one of the most beautiful things I've seen in my life. So let's continue because I want to be amazed way more. Okay, let's get this shit out of here. We got that one too. So it's one ankle and it's way more for the swinging tension. His thumb is going to hold it into place a little better. And yeah, as you can see, it's also, oh come on, don't want to break anything. It was way too expensive for that. But as you can see, also this is working really fine. If he's going to swing like that, that is actually awesome. We also got that in the box. I only have seen can be attached into here, but I don't know for which purpose it is by now. I mean, could be that you can hold it somewhere, but I don't want to think too much about it. I think I will see for what the heck this is when I open the rest of it. Okay, and then we got off each of those two. Let's attach these. So first up, these are almost the same. It's just a different length. We will try on both because they can look different. Let's attach it, and it's just that little ring. You pull the hand over. I don't know how you could do this any better. Think they could have maybe just made it better hideable off that wire around his wrist. But if we're going to put him, oh, still got the metal feet on. But if we're going to put him into a pose like this, where he's jumping real much, like this, shooting here, that is looking really good. So let's see if it's also working that good with the longer one or if it bends too much. Okay, yeah. The wire is going on the top, not on the outside. So like this, like this. Let's bend the hand a little bit back again. Okay, there it is, and it's also working absolutely fine. So if you do this in the right angle, you won't really see his wrist or the part of the wrist. So that's really good. So let me see if I can catch one little bit better thing out of this pose. No, I'm ruining it. Whatever. Let's go on to the next sheet. And that is actually the last accessory, but that's really good. We get a really good looking figure stand for free in that box with a what it looks like really good quality. So let's just put this out of the box, hit a good pose and see if it holds. Okay, this is one of my favorite Marvel Legends figure pose, and I just wanted to try it on this one. And let's see the stand. First up, we got that. Oh yeah, it's really, as you can see, slim. That's the first part, and it's that clear plastic shit, so you really got the most clear out of it that you can get out of it. Then we got that arm here. Let's see. Okay, there's a few different ways to build this. Because we got one of those staff pieces in here, where you can stack this thing here on, if I see that right. No? What the heck? What is this? I don't really get it. So yeah, first up, it's the most easy part. Just to get him into one of those leaping, jumping positions. Let's see. Something like this. Okay. Let's see if it can hold him. Okay, I didn't put much tension on it. And it's working absolutely perfect. So that's something that I love. I don't know if Marvel Legends figures are being too heavy for it or anything like that, but that's awesome. That's really awesome. Let's try the other piece. That's going to be that claw, which is a little bit more chunky on here. And okay, that's grabbing way tighter, but it's, when I see that right, not that wide grip. I don't get it. Why is that holding that much tighter? Okay, I don't have to get this. I'm just here to love this. But yeah, that's a little bit less tight in holding the figure. But oh no, it still does perfectly. Oh my god. What have I done? And we still got that piece here left. And I really gotta say, I have no clue for what this is. The only thing I could think of, I don't know, can you connect this with any of the other pieces? No. No, you can't. Actually not. Because I first assumed you can pull the figure like this on it, that he's sitting, but it's also not making any sense. Maybe that thing here? Okay, no, also not. As well as this staff that is in here. Oh god, feels really bad to touch this with bare hands. Yeah, I would just think that it's going on top of that hole that's in the middle here. But it's actually not a hole. You can't stick the figure to it. So that's something I don't fully understand, but I'm pretty sure I will. So I will tell you if I find out about this. But hell yes, am I happy that I bought this. Because everyone said, hey, that new Marvel Legends Spider-Man, oh, it's not that new anymore. From the card bag retro line, should be the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man. I thought, yeah, that's the non-plus ultra. No one can say anything against that Legends figure, but holy crap, now I am doing it. And I'm really saying Legends is pretty good for the price point. That's the only difference. But Mafex would probably be cheaper if Legends wouldn't exist. So that is one of those points. But yeah, as you can see, it's those butterfly joints. It's so much about this figure. So yeah, I think you will see a lot of this figure in the next few weeks or month. When I post this in stories and stuff. But yeah, gotta say, it's like I still can't remember names. But there was the one dude who said it's either buying like every year 1 or 2 Spider-Mans of Marvel Legends, or it's just one Mafex Spider-Man and you get one for the absolute eternity. So really, think about this. I realized it way too much. I mean, it's the variety on Legends that I love. It's all those different characters. It's mostly versions of Spider-Man, but bro, it's either like 3 to 5, maximum 5 Legends versions, or one time the most accurate version of the character in the most comic style you can get, and that for once. And you won't need this figure after that anymore. So that thing is a thing of beauty. So yeah, that's all of today. I hope I see you next week. And yeah, we see you Thursday.